Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage. It's kind of crazy because while there's been a lot of good things happening in the gaming industry, okay, we're getting more games, more companies are starting to get Unreal Engine 5 to actually run better than they have in the last few years. We're getting like Resident Evil Requiem and Crimson Desert, and there's others that we're really, kind of getting excited for later this year too. And indies are getting better. Double A's are getting better. There's more competition for sure. But there's also some kind of crazy things too. And the first one that I want to start with is Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2 that are dropping on PlayStation 4 and 5. Now, these were PlayStation 3 games, and I highly suggest you take these deals if you can, but like, there is some crazy demand for these games. And Activision really needs to pay attention. Now, some people are saying that it's PlayStation that are setting the prices for Black Ops 1 and 2, which it's not. It's Activision. They're the publisher. So I just want to get that straight, but I'm seeing that in a lot of videos. But yeah, $40 for an old game. And these are ports, okay? These are not remasters with higher resolutions. These are not remakes with completely rebuilding the whole game from the ground up. And there's also problems too with some of the online stuff that's going on and some bugs. So it's definitely imperfect. But even with all of that on top of it, it's still a 4.8 out of 5 with 10,000 ratings. And then on top of it, if you want the season pass, it's another $30. So again, definitely take advantages of those sales. Black Ops 2 is also a 4.8 with 22,000 ratings, same sales, and also has a season pass. And then there's an ultimate customization bundle that's actually free, which is nice. But for each game, it's $70. And it's like 15 years old. Just let that sink in for a minute. $70, nothing different done to the game, and it's for each one. So you'd be spending, at full price anyway, you'd be spending $140 for old stuff. And people probably would be willing to, which is insane. And but right now, people are probably spending around 35-ish, somewhere between 30 and $35 for each game, which isn't a bad deal. And the demand is crazy. Let me show you this. This is a PlayStation Time Tracker. I use it all the time. It's just people that have chosen to be tracked. But yeah, there's 18,700 players on this for the last 30 days. And this literally just came out a few days ago. And Black Ops 2 is number 17 in hours played. And it's beaten a ton of others. It's definitely beaten Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced. Okay, it has almost 3 times the amount of hours played. And then down here, we also have Modern Warfare 3 that just came to PS Plus. It's got 4 times as many hours played, basically. And then down here, which isn't as popular, is actually Black Ops 1. Guys, these games literally just released like 2 or 3 days ago. Like this is this is wild, and this is on the 30-day chart. They still have like 3.5 weeks left to accumulate hours, and this might even beat Roblox. At the rate things are going, it will get over 100,000 hours played in 30 days. Like, just let that sink in. The demand that Activision has for COD games to feel like arcade games again is wild to me. That should show them everything that they need to know to bring so many players back. Because generally, what's been happening the last few years is that people will play for a couple of months, and the majority of them will actually quit. And Black Ops 7 has been the worst one. This is also too with EA's Battlefield 6. Again, people will play for a month or a couple of months, and then they'll quit. And the biggest issue is the whole live service aspect of the game. These games, they don't have live service. They're just games. And people appreciate that so much. Well, let's talk about GTA 6. This is an $80 game. It's already made back all of that money with pre-orders so far, which are also estimates, which is like over 40 million copies pre-ordered, which is a digital game, guys. We don't need to pre-order anything. But the thing, too, that's wild is we haven't really seen any actual gameplay for the game. And we also don't know if multiplayer will actually be paid or not. which would be more money on top of what you already spent. And then there's the $100 version, where some of the shops look like they're definitely paywalled. Now, we all expect the quality to be really high. Rockstar has a really good reputation. The thing, though, is that they can't mess that up because players are not as patient as they used to be. And there's a lot of players, too, that are tapping out. I've seen multiple polls with thousands to hundreds of thousands of votes. And it's kind of wild because, they're saying, no, I'm not really playing GTA 6. And some of them are like over 50%. Man, if those are accurate, that's kind of weird. But again, the pre-order numbers are what they are. But again, I don't think it's going to be as big, or I don't think it's going to be as wowing as GTA 5 was compared to 4. And I don't think the retention is, of course, going to be as good whenever the multiplayer comes out. And I expect the multiplayer within the first 6 months. So they'll let people play the campaign. And yeah, too, this is just for the campaign. An open world campaign game. And the majority of players seem to be paying the $100 for the game. So that's wild to me, too. So yeah, if the perception alone and the reputation is good, people will pay a ton of money for good games. The other thing I want to talk about is the Madden or College Football 27 and just the egregious single-player microtransactions now that they have. And the Angry Joe show was very fitting. Some of us really enjoy every time Madden comes out with a game or EA comes out with a football game, so we can just see how horrible it is. But it just gets worse every single year. And these are annual installments now, and we have two. We have college football and we have Madden. And we're getting to the point where they are just trying to suck the player base dry as far as they can. Have a look.
So if we want to max out 80, let's go. Let's go!
Purchase.
Is that what I think it is? You do not have enough skill points to purchase these upgrades. Would you like to complete this purchase with football points? College football points are needed to purchase. 5,437 is single player!
Damn, that's like 50.
Wait
That's $50.
$50?
$50.
Just to go to 80? How much is it? No, not shit, no! What? What is happening? Because I press X! I press X to back out! Oh, thank God!
Oh, shit.
What the fuck?
I was about to be, my play is going to be... My play is going to be 80 for $50. $50 my play could be at 80 overall.
Fuck!
But best part is, it's a single player, though.
But Joe, if it costs us $50 on top of the $70 goddamn dollars, what does it take us to be 100? $100 to be 100? What the this is offline!
I told you it was coming.
It is egregious, guys. And that's on top of a game, and that's just for one player. And the macro transactions that we have now in video games, these companies are getting so greedy, and there's demand for good games, but everything just has microtransactions in it now. Everything feels so expensive for what it actually is. Like Black Ops 1 and 2, they're basically $70 games to actually get all of the content. Which is wild. I'm just glad there are actual sales on there, but people are demanding what COD used to be. There's definitely demand there. And people right now, they're actually calling for remasters of World at War and all of this stuff. Dude, if there's a remaster of World at War, and again, if that was $100 with all of the DLC and everything, absolutely I would buy it. It's disgusting. Even admitting that myself. Or if we had Ratchet and Clanks that were remastered, or Sly Coopers, or Jack and Dexter's. The Halo Chief Master Chief Collection is awesome. It's wonderful to actually have all of those games in there for Halo, but like more of that needs to be happening because they can't sell the newer stuff. Also, too, just the microtransactions, quote unquote, in college football 27. And when Madden comes out, I'm sure it's going to be worse. And the rate at which these games actually go on sale is sooner and sooner and sooner. Even Resident Evil Requiem, well, that had some of it in it, of course, too, with microtransactions. We also got to see that, too, in Assassin's Creed. Even uh, Black Flag Resynced. Just some of the microtransactions are focused on making the game easier, giving you better utility than other stuff in the game, but you have to pay for it, and it's a single player game. And it's like, this is the route now that we're going to go down for a lot of these big AAA companies, is that they're going to have you just pay to win. Like, we are just becoming pay to win, and the live service has gotten so bad that people are willing to pay 15-year-old games at $70 basically to get the content just to have a regular game again. Like that is so bad for an industry right now. And man, and but until we actually withhold our money, until we actually have follow through with what we say, it's not going to change anything. And I would say too, the state of the gaming industry today, it's really on us. It's on us because we pay for it. I mean, we're willing to buy GTA 6 before we even see gameplay. We don't care if the multiplayer is going to be paid, really. And if we say we do, we'll complain about it. Well, but a lot of us will probably buy it anyway. We're willing to buy ports of 15-year-old games with nothing done to them and that are buggy on top of it, and we're still rating it a 4.8 out of 5. And then EA knows that people will pay for the football points so that people can level up their character just to 80. Like, this is how the crash is happening, guys. This is how we're getting there. And it's insane. So with that, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you liked it, help the vid stay in the algo, and I'll see you guys on the next one.